Hi, and welcome to Traveling Through the Land of the Bible. I'm Greg, the Chef Reilly.
And I'm Jenny, a sister, not a chef.
We're working on it.
We are.
Work in progress.
I'm learning.
Well, that's not what we're here for, though. We're here to talk about how you can experience what we do for a living, and that is traveling through the Bible. We go and take people to Israel, Greece, Italy. Where else do we go, Jenny?
Turkey, Jordan, Egypt, Italy?
Yeah, Italy.
Were you just there?
I was just in Italy. I'm glad you brought that. The food's awesome. If you haven't been to Italy, you have to go just for the food. The Bible, though, when you open the Word and you walk through the passages of Paul, it's phenomenal, but the food is also pretty good, too.
It is.
Well, why don't you explain to everybody kind of how we got here and kind of our history with the company.
Our grandfather and father started the company, and then Greg and I joined suit. And we all have a mission in our family, and that's to get pilgrims to Israel, them to experience, or any other destination in the Bible, to experience their Bible in color, really for the first time.
And not only the Bible, but the cultures, the foods, just being and living through the Bible. You know, when you travel to these countries, it really is the fifth gospel. When you open the Word, you can see it. It turns it from black and white into color. You've heard it before, but until you've actually traveled to these countries and actually done it, you don't know until you do. But that's kind of our mission and what we do.
And one great thing I like is that as a group, you are fellowshipping with other Christians. You are of like mind, you want to experience the same things, you get to rejoice together, you get to learn together, and of course, eat together.
And that's, like I said, the food is one of the important things. Right? Well, now it's time for our Experts Corner.
I'm Jenny, Operations Manager of Maranatha Tours, and I wanted to talk to you about travel insurance. We highly recommend that you purchase the insurance. We had a passenger going to Israel, and on the way to the airport, he got in a car accident. He didn't decline the insurance, but if he would have purchased it, he would have gotten reimbursed 100% of what he paid for his tour. So make sure that you purchase the insurance.
And that was our Expert Corner. Matter of fact, that kind of looked like you, Jenny.
That was my first one. How did it go?
It was good. It was good. Just make sure, though. I leave in 2 weeks. Make sure I get that insurance because it sounds like everybody needs to have it.
You have it, and we will get it for everybody for our tours.
Awesome. Well, now it's time for the Bible Corner.
Today's Bible Corner is about one of my favorite locations in Israel, the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is almost 1,400 feet below sea level. In comparison, Death Valley here in the United States is 300 feet below sea level. At one time, scholars believed that the water in the Dead Sea was fresh water and that it was turned salty during the time when God rained down His sulfur and brimstone on the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, as told in Genesis 19. In recent years, the waters of the Dead Sea have been evaporating and receding, and archaeologists have found the remnants of several cities, two of which they believe are Sodom and Gomorrah. Today, the water in the Dead Sea is about 9 times as salty as ocean water. So when you get in the water, you don't sink, you just float. And one of my favorite things to do when I go to the Dead Sea is to grab the mud along the banks and rub it on and then get in the water and wash off, and it leaves my skin so nice and soft. Many people will go to the Dead Sea to seek relief from things like psoriasis and rheumatoid arthritis and many other ailments that are cured or alleviated by going there. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Bible Corner. Now back to you, Greg.
Well, thanks, Brian, for that information. Matter of fact, the Dead Sea is a pretty neat place to visit.
It really is.
You've been.
Uh-huh.
Did I tell you about my son Tanner's story?
No.
So here we go. We're in the Dead Sea, and he's trying to figure out how to swim. I said, you can't swim, you have to float. So I finally get him to figure that out. He's sitting back, relaxing. We're both in there. He looks to me and says, Dad, look at that guy. I look over, and guess who it is?
Who is it?
It's Brian.
Like from Maranatha, Brian?
Yep, float in the Dead Sea. Here, I got a picture for you. Let me show you. Brian floating in the Dead Sea. Now here's my question to you, and of course to you. How do you get into a body of water and stay completely dry?
I don't know, but here's my question. How can you be at the Dead Sea, be asleep, have your cell phone on, and be in socks and shoes?
It's got to be an accountant thing, right?
I think so.
I don't know, it has to be.
It has to be.
Well, thank you for joining us in this episode. If you have any questions or want some further information, please visit our website. You can also visit us on Facebook, and please like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, and if you'd like to share this with somebody, we'd greatly appreciate it. If you don't like somebody, please send us to them too.
So we need to like us on Facebook,
Yep.
follow us on Twitter,
Yep.
and send it to somebody we do and do not like.
Yes.
Done. I can do that.
Awesome. And be sure to subscribe to our shows. Thank you and have a great day.
Subscribe.